Have I ever wished that my skin were lighter? Yes.
I think it's pretty sad that skin lightening cream is one of the highest selling products in India.
I find the marketing of kind of lightening creams completely offensive, both in India and here. And I think that it only perpetuates, right, obviously it only perpetuates this kind of prejudice and this kind of racialization. And I feel like it's done so uncritically, right? Where people just kind of take it for granted, like, oh, why wouldn't I want my skin to be lighter?
My favorite actually cream in India is Fair and Lovely, because like that just straight up implies like, you're fair, you're lovely. You're not lovely.
If I went to play basketball or something all day, came home like a couple shades darker, then they would kind of talk to me negatively about being darker. My mom would sometimes tell me to go play in the evening instead or earlier in the morning.
I do have a couple cousins who are on the darker side, and so they're having a hard time finding people to get married to, and my parents believe, and I guess everyone's saying it's because they're darker skinned.
I think it's bad. I think all girls should be proud of their skin color and be proud of how they look.
I was getting brides ready, and the bride's mother or the aunt would always say, make them a little bit fairer, make them a little bit fairer, and I would never understand why that was. And I was always telling the bride, you know what, it looks so much more natural when you are the color you are, and I'm giving you your natural tone. If I go any lighter, you'll look fake. And they wouldn't understand that.
Especially with girls, it's like if you stay out too long on the side and you get dark, then it's like, oh God, like my parents are gonna give me hell for it, and then they're gonna bring up all this stuff about how like this is why people don't want to marry you.
My cousin that I was talking about earlier, she actually, because she is darker skinned, even though she is very pretty and tall and like well spoken, everyone's been telling her to use these skin lightening creams, and maybe that way she can find a suitable guy to get married to.
I think my family would not really say anything if I were to bring home someone that was much darker or lighter. I think due to my rebellious nature as a child, and then my brothers as well, my parents just hope I'm not gay.
Among my friends and everything, nobody really cares. I think, there's no special steps anyone takes to be lighter or even darker either way.
My non-Indian friends who actually go to the tanning salons, and like spend like, days on end trying to get tanner and tanner, and then I have my Indian friends, myself included, like, we'll debate, like, oh, okay, we want to go swimming, but should we go swimming at nighttime? Because, like, we don't go swimming in the sun, because then you're going to get totally dark. And it's something that just naturally comes out. You don't really think about it. Like, what am I saying? What does that imply? Like, I'm going to turn dark. So big deal, right?
When I got to college, it was probably the first time hearing from my peers a concern about the relative darkness or fairness of skin color. So that even though, maybe growing up, if you hear it, you could be like, oh, it's just, it's just older people, or that's just how they talk. But it's different when you hear it from your own peers. Don't go outside right now, because I don't want to go outside right now because I'm going to get really dark. Or, oh yeah, she's pretty, but she's really dark. Just things that are completely repulsive. These aren't overtly racist people, right? To them, this is just kind of a matter of fact comment. And to them, they don't see it as kind of racialized.
When we all go to clubs, like the darker guys in the group, the Tamil guys or maybe the South Indian guys, they're really conscious of the fact that they're dark. They'll actually say stuff like, oh man, it's so much easier for you Northies and stuff, to get women, and all the Indian girls they call us likenesses, we call them darknesses.
Definitely is harder to, for example, get laid by light-skinned Indian girls.
I don't really understand how you can put skin lightening cream on your skin and then it's going to make it lighter, yes, but there would be parts of you that'll stay darker.
I think it's sad, but hey, it's just like any other cosmetic. We could say the same thing about people with short eyelashes and wearing mascara. Everyone's trying to accent something that other people in society find as beautiful.
I think that skin lightening has a longer history of racialization and casteism within our culture, which, putting on mascara or blush doesn't have.
I'm surprised that they actually have a fair and handsome for men, because I know, speaking to my cousins in India, like their general statements like, oh, well, no, girls look good light-skinned, but a guy should actually be a little bit darker. they think that it helps him look a little bit more masculine if he's darker.
It was definitely apparent in some corporate situations that if you are a good-looking white male and you're just as intelligent as for instance, your local darkness, you're definitely going to have a one-up in terms of how quickly you can move up in the corporate ladder. I found that out very quickly in my first year in working out of college.
By using lightening cream, you are conforming to the ideals of beauty. Unfortunately, a lot of times that means that a big corporation is pushing that marketing on you, which is kind of upsetting.
I don't think a single conversation is going to change a lifetime of being ingrained with the idea that you're unattractive. And specifically when you've got an entire society backing you and advertising dollars in the millions, a conversation with a lightness isn't going to change the ending.
I hope girls with dark skin color will be encouraged by me and have more confidence in themselves and go out and, you know, overcome all challenges.
Well, I hope to God it is changing because, you know, it's 2006. Come on, people.
The statement that I'm personally making, am I making that statement that light is beautiful, dark is ugly, and I wouldn't want to do that.
I've always felt that this is what counts. This is not what counts.
I feel like it's kind of a really silly, quick solution to something that is probably a bigger problem.
Don't use it at home.